Morning, everyone. Daniel here for our review and look at the last few minutes of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 5. So we're gonna go take a look at that. So spoilers ahead, and then I'll come back and talk a little bit about the episode and the last few scenes, last few moments.
Look, the right people will go along with this. They always do.
You have to consider the optics.
The optics or whatever we show
People
them.
have to believe in what we're doing to support us.
Do we really need to bother with a vote? There are troops in place. I can make a call and have the refugees move now.
We're not rounding them up like cattle.
And we still do not have sufficient resources in the resettlement camps.
What's sufficient?
Hey, that dude is from the park.
They can't stay where they are forever.
Those dudes are both from the park. Oh, here we go. Can't wait to see these wings. Let's see if there's something after the credits. After the credits scene. Oh no. What are you doing, you madman? DIY, make it home shield. It's gonna look goofy. All right, we're back. Welcome everyone. What an episode. That was it was not as good as the last one, I don't think, but it was pretty good still. First off, the name of the episode is Truth, which is also the same name of the comic with Isaiah Bradley, the Truth, Red, White, and Black, I think it's called. Immediately that told me we were gonna go see Isaiah again, in which we did. So, oh yeah, full spoilers. I don't know if I mentioned. I think I mentioned that earlier. We kick off with a really cool fight. After John Walker runs away from the scene of the crime, really. And the boys take the shield. They break his arm. That was pretty harsh. I hate seeing limbs being broken on screen. So yeah, that was pretty intense. I do like we get to see one of my favorite characters come back, Torres, Joaquin Torres, who is kind of like Falcon's sidekick, which is pretty funny. He gets to keep the old wings, which if you've read some of the comics, you know that his character eventually takes up the mantle of Falcon. He's a little bit different in the comics. He's more like he doesn't use mechanical wings. It's weird. It's experiments and weird science comic stuff. Oh, let's see. Then we hit the trial of John Walker, which was kind of a sham military trial. Like, I don't know. I didn't feel like anything happened out of that trial other than he got the title of Captain America. Like, he lost it, but after that, we get a surprise that I was not expecting at all. Julia Louis-Dreyfus shows up as a character named, I wrote it down because I thought it was funny, Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Now, I haven't Googled this. It doesn't sound familiar from the comics, so I don't know who this may be. I'm thinking it's some kind of government or corporate stooge. Probably corporate. She seemed like money, especially because, she mentioned the boots or whatever. But what an interesting cameo. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is kind of playing her Selena Meyer character from Beep, like, dialed up to 11 for Marvel. And man, the fact that Julia Louis-Dreyfus is in the MCU, weird. Everybody's gonna end up in the MCU. We get to what I would say one of my lower points of the episode. We see Baron Zemo visiting the Sokovia Memorial with Bucky. Then Bucky shows up. I do like that Bucky did not kill Baron Zemo because that's part of his growth. But then Baron Zemo just gets taken by the Wakandans. They say they're gonna take him to the raft. I love seeing Dora Milaje, but I wanted Zemo to be left out there hanging, and of course he can escape and come back. But I kind of wanted Zemo to, come back at some point. Like I want a Thunderbolts movie, or a TV show. Then we get to what's probably one of my favorite scenes, and I don't mean because I enjoyed it, but just because it was so well done. The conversation with Isaiah and Sam. Isaiah Bradley explaining to him kind of what we know from the comic, that he wasn't the only black man given the serum. He was also part of these experiments. They weren't told what they were given, which was the same, along the themes of the comic as well. There was multiple people they were tested on with this other serum, or with different versions of the serum, and they all started dying, kind of like it happens in the comic. And yeah, he takes off and on an unauthorized mission to save his people, and that's how he ends up in jail. And it's so disheartening that this man just wants to be left alone. And I think a lot of us see the shield of Captain America and we like it, we love it. Like during the fight at the beginning, I hate when the shield hits the ground because I love the character of Captain America so much that it just bothers me when the shield just plops on the ground. And so the fact that Isaiah wouldn't even want to look at it, which is completely understandable after everything that's been done to him and his men, his group of people. I don't even know what would be a payoff for this. I think the legacy of, because he doesn't even want Sam to become Captain America. But yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be a lot more to unpack probably when we have our full episode, looking back at Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because right now I haven't had enough time to fully process this. So then back to the comic book stuff, like really, really comic book stuff. We see Sharon talking to somebody on the phone. Now the captioning gave it away that it was Badrock. So if you're not watching with the captioning, you're missing out on those little Easter eggs, which is confirmed later at the one at the scene that we saw earlier. Then Bucky and Sam have this whole. I understand why we need scenes like these that are a little bit more slow, like the whole we're fixing the boat and getting the community together. I like that stuff. I like that this show is actually taking the time to do that. I know some people may not enjoy this part as much because they just want the action part of it, but I enjoyed seeing Sam go back and worry about his family, all that stuff. Like when we met Hawkeye's family in Age of Ultron, I thought that was super cool. Like such a weird thing. So seeing Sam involved in the community once again, I like it because they get to be like real people. But I definitely understand why that's not why people show up to this stuff. But I mean, to me, it rounds out the superheroes more as full characters as opposed to just oh yeah, this is the guy with the metal arm and he just fights, and this is the guy with the wings. Which, speaking of wings, I'm a little sad that we don't get to see the new Wakanda version of the wings. After looking at what they did for the arm and how much I like both designs of the arm, but the Wakanda one looks super cool. And you already know that they have the tech to make it way better than whatever I'm guessing the U.S. government came up with. Let's see. Then we get the scene at the end that we just saw me react to. We get the most scary flash mob ever. That was crazy. That was a crazy scene. It's good to see Bad Rock back. You know, it's nice to see GSP on screen. So we'll see how much he plays out into the finale next week. This was a super long episode. I mean, including the credits, it was about an hour long. So this is the longest episode we've gotten of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So yeah, and there was actually an after credit scene. I think I did record for that. Of John Walker, which I skipped a quick scene with him talking to Lamar's parents, and man, this dude, he's got it in his head that he's doing the right thing, and there's no changing his mind, and it's probably partly him, partly the serum, I don't know, but yeah, it's not gonna end up well for him, or so it looks like next week we'll get a big clash of all three kind of factions that are happening here. Falcon and Bucky, and the Flag Smashers with Bad Rock, and all those weapons that he brought, and then also the wild factor of John Walker with his homemade DIY shield. Man, I don't know. That shield looked pretty weird. I thought he was gonna melt that metal or something to put it on the shield. I don't know, just kind of putting it on top there seemed a little weird. But I don't know. We'll see how it looks like. I'm sure Marvel will make it look cool. They can make it look cool, or they can make it look like badly made, but still like cool. They're pretty good about that. Their costume design and props departments, they've been killing it all these years. So I think that's about it. Overall, good episode of the show. Extra long, so I'm always glad to get a little more bang for my buck. So yeah, we have one more to go. So let me know in the comments what you think. Like, we're pretty much confirmed that Sharon is the power broker, right? After today, like it really feels that way. But why is the power broker helping Carly and the Flag Smashers? Oh wait, yeah, I don't know. We'll see next week. Yeah, that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. We're very close to 100, so we appreciate everybody that's been watching our videos. I hope you're enjoying these videos. These are shot a little more. Hopefully they get a little better every week as I work on the setup and all that. But thanks for watching, everyone, and y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.